Hello everyone and welcome back. It has been almost 2 months ago that I made the Chatty Get Ready with me with a little update on how everything's going. So now I will give you a new update on the situation. Yeah. Well, today more on the update. I will also give you a tour of the living room. It will be a small tour because it's not that big, but it will only be the living room that I will show you today, just because there has not been many changes in the other rooms since you saw them last time. Maybe only the bedroom, but that is not in a state that I want to show you that right now. Because I am sorting all of my stuff out in this time, and I have a lot of stuff underneath the bed. I'm preparing for us to move, and I'm not gonna lie, I have so many more items than my partner Miguel. So I am, and I am also partly the reason why we have so many stuff, because I dumpster dive or I find them cheap. I like to go on a treasure hunt on the online secondhand possible apps, or what you would call it. In Denmark we have an app that's called DBA, and Den Blå Avis it's called, and there I find a lot of old furniture and old clothes and stuff for like way less than if it was new or if it was in an antique shop or something like that. So I have to sort out a lot of my clothes, a lot of my DIY projects, and a lot of maybe some of our furniture has to go as well. I don't know yet if any of that is going, but maybe some pots, not plants. We want to have all our plants, and we actually want to have even more plants. But we do have some pots that we are not using. And why are we not using them? Is it because we don't have the plants for them, or is it because we don't like them anymore? Yeah, so I should sort that through and get rid of those that we don't need anymore. Yeah, and I have so many stuff like that lying around. But yeah, so the bedroom will be another time. But to go back to the update on the living room, and you will see that I moved all the furniture. As I said in the previous Chatty Get Ready with me, I got an idea of moving all the furniture around the day before New Year's Eve. And we were gonna hold that here, and we just found out, and then I was like, okay, now then we just need to move everything around the day before, when we just found out that we gotta have it here. But it was all fine, and well, I'm really very glad that my partner didn't like die of stress for that. No, they are very good at giving me the space and the possibility to just move everything around when I want to. Yeah, that is really awesome, because I like to do that. So yeah, it's completely different, and it is much more like a living room, and I am really, really happy that I can be able to show you. So I think that will be in the end of this video, that I will show you the living room. Oh yes, because I also want to update, just as I said, giving you a little bit of an update. Now, as I said, we are preparing for moving. I have already begun. Miguel has not yet, by packing and stuff like that. We've not really begun packing, no. But I have begun sorting, so that we don't need to pack stuff that we don't want to take with us anyway. That's just stupid. And well, last time when we moved from Aarhus, we didn't have time to sort everything through, so I am just well, I have a start on that, yes. And the plan is that I really don't like to throw stuff out. That is also why I like to dumpster dive, because so many treasures that are old gets up in the dumpster. But I know that if it's trash, it's trash. But there's also the saying that what is trash to you can be someone else's treasure. But I also need to think about, is it usable, this item, is it, what is it, and stuff like that. And I know that, and I have like a lot of creative projects that I have just been like, am I really ever going to finish those? Like, I found an old water pipe. I think it's called the water pipe. That's a direct translation from Danish anyway. And well, they can be really, really pretty, you know. It didn't have like the water kettle thing where everything boils and stuff like that. It didn't have that. It only had like the middle part with all the decoration and stuff, and it's in porcelain and stuff like that. And I really find it pretty because it's painted with some flowers, and it has these I don't know, it's not bronze, but it's maybe well, in Danish it's called messing. But right now I don't remember the English name. I will maybe write it on the screen for you. But it's really, really nice, and my thinking of it was to make it into a lamp, like just thread through a cord, an electrical cord, and then power it up and make some kind of device at the top to have like a light bulb, and then it would be a lamp. And I like upcycling stuff like that, but I don't have any special electrical abilities to do that, because I don't know how to get a light bulb attached up there or get anything else attached up there, and then it has to be like, it's a big job when I don't know how to do that. I paint, I knit, I do a lot of great stuff, but I'm not good with electrical stuff, or like what is it called, where you like metalwork and stuff like that. I'm not good at that either. So that is realistically not a project that I will be going to do, I think, but it's still something I really like, so maybe. Well, one in Mikkel's family, Ian, actually told us that he could help us doing it, but that was a few years ago when I first found it, and then I also got his old water pipe to do it as well, so that I had two. They are not the same, but they are still very pretty, both of them, and his old was with glass and the same metal bits. I really still want to make that, but I need to like find help, because I'm not going to do it myself. And I have hundreds of those projects. Like, I really just need to think, will I ever get this done? How many years has it been here anyway already? Should it just go to the next person now? Yes, please. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I think you get what I'm saying now. I don't need to delve more into my old projects that are never ending. But yeah, so that is needing a big sorting. Everything, everywhere, yeah. But to move on, our living situation is that we have not yet found a place to move into, but we are still looking. We are, I don't want to say very close, but I just feel that in the near future it will happen. So now we just need to find one that is big enough for what we wish, and we have scaled it down a bit, just so that, because we know now we just need to move, because else we are in the same situation as a year ago, where we might be getting homeless. And both me and Mikkel have been homeless before. We really don't want to experience that again. But we are very positive, because now the deposit is in place. Our savings are good. We just need to find the place, and there are many more places coming up now with more affordable prices. Yes, but we also know that we need to scale it down. So like 60 square meters to 100 square meters. We are searching in between that range. And we also needed to scale down so that it's not needed to be accessible anymore, and we don't need an elevator anymore. We just need a place, really. But the thing with that is that Mikkel's mother, Sus, she is in a wheelchair, so that would be lovely to be able to get her to visit us, and also when we hold parties and stuff like that, because all the time that I have met and known Mikkel, we have always been having the parties at her place, and it would just be so lovely to be able to invite her home for dinner and in our house, so that she don't feel like she has to do anything, and then we can just be there for her one night and such, because she's there so much for us. So that was really a goal for us, but with this time limit and the money limit, of course that's a big deal. We just can't find a place, because it's an old city here on the countryside in Denmark, and the cities in Aarhus also had that problem. Like, it is old buildings, there's no elevators, and there are stairs everywhere and no rooms for elevators, and the same in Horsens, and the same in Other. And it is in Other that we are going to live, hopefully. And so, yeah. The thing that we really would like is to have animals there. That is like a thing that we don't really want to scale down on, just because we have not had animals for a long time, and well, obviously we have Busky now, but it is very hard to find a place where we can have animals that we can afford. And also, the thing that is, we don't have a car, we don't have a driver's license, any of us, and so that is why we cannot live on the total edge of the countryside or something, like just out there. We can't do that, because out there are many very cheap places to get for like 150 square meters for no money at all, almost. But we need to be where the bus line is, where the buses drive. There's only one bus that drives from Other to Horsens, and I work in Horsens, and we shop a lot in Other, which is also the way to Aarhus. You can also go to Horsens and then by train go to Aarhus that way from Horsens. But yeah, so we really need to be in the range of that bus that goes between Horsens and Other. Yeah, and well, so we have been looking at places, and there are many just in the center of Other, and so I really think that we are going to end up there. And it is a sweet little town. It's not like giant. It's not like wildly crazy, and I like that. But yeah, we are looking, and we are very hopeful, because I see places a lot right these days. There has been a few places where we have been written to them, and then it has been taken. And also where I have been like, oh, we need to check out this place, and then the next day it was not there anymore. So we need to be quick, and we need to be quicker, but I know that there are places out there. And well, if you when you when I give you a tour of the living room, you might tell that we like the old furnitures and the, what is it called, like the old atmosphere of a building. So we would very much like to not live in some of the new houses that are built, or new totally renovated apartments, because it feels like a totally different soul from the house what we are looking for. We would like it like more old, not like 70s vintage, but 1800s, 1900s, yeah, like that. That would be awesome, yes. And there are some pretty old buildings in other, so that should be possible, yes. And the thing is, just as I said before, they don't allow cats or animals. But I think that we have to try and see the places and contact them to see if they can make an like just say it's okay or something. If we have to see if they are if it's possible to talk with them about animals, yeah. If we can't find any place, well, then we need to do something busky, because then we need to move to a place where we can't have our cat. So, but yeah, we are looking and we are happy because it's just we just need to find it. And I see apartments coming up every day these days, and they are like move in as fast as possible, or move in 2 weeks, or move in a month. So it's not like apartments coming in and you need to wait 4 months to be able to move in. There are a lot that are quick to move into right now, and that is just what we need, yeah. And that is why we're also very positive, because they are still coming in more apartments, more possibilities for us to get a place that we can actually get into before we get to be homeless, yeah. Well, it is in the end of June that we will be homeless if we don't find a place, but I am very, very, very positive, and I hope and I think that we are going to find something before. And our goal is to move in May. Yeah, that would be lovely, like the end of April, but I really think it is going to be in the beginning or the middle of May. I just feel something there. Maybe it's just my hopes that is going to happen and not in the last moment, yeah, in June. I would not like that, no. Also because it is a little bit stressful, not to be knowing where we are going to end up, and not knowing if we can use our savings on things. It is stressful because it's like a waiting position. You don't know how expensive the place is going to be, and you don't know anything about that. But I think maybe you can understand that. Yeah, so cleaning up, clearing out, sorting and waiting, but positive and looking. Yeah, that is the situation right now. But also something very great. My partner Mikkel just started their own YouTube channel, and it's called Mikkel Pistone, and I will link to them down below in the description. It is Minecraft videos, and especially redstone tutorials, or tutorials on how to play Minecraft with different kinds of, like, not mods, but other stuff as well. Like just stuff that will help you. I'm not technical, I just like to game, okay? All the technical stuff I leave for my partner. Yeah, and that's just lovely. They really help me out. But it is very exciting, and I really hope that you will try and check them out if you like to game Minecraft, yeah. But now, let me show you the living room. Oh yes. So here's the entrance of the living room, and yeah, you can see almost everything. We've got the table in here. It was, for a long time, it was situated in the kitchen, but we just found out that, well, it was not used ever in the kitchen. We were always in here, and it was also a little bit too big for the kitchen, the table and the chairs there. So it was just better to get it in here. And well, then we just made like a very, very, very nice corner over here. I really like it. This is where we can have more friends hanging out, watching movies or playing some PlayStation or something else. And we can also have like board games, and we can have even bigger board games up here on the table. Yes. And then of course this bookcase was in the middle of the room, like here before, out here, and well, to like make 2 rooms ish kind of before, and that couch was not together with the sitting area, so that was only used for storage as well. But now I think this is much more inviting, and there are books like on both sides, there and on the other side as well. And the plants also love it. Yeah, right now that one looks dead and that one looks dead. That's over there in the background. I have to look at that just to make sure, but I think that they might be. I had hopes for them that they would begin to come back here in the springtime, but it didn't look that way. We have also just had like a lot of snow and frost here, so maybe that is why it's not coming back just yet. Maybe I should give it like 2 more weeks, I don't know. Because these are like seasonal plants, yeah, so they should come back. But I don't know if I left them outside too long before taking them in the fall. It might seem so, but I will find out. Yeah, and my old dollhouse is now having a great space. It was so much more secluded before, and with a lamp in between, and well, you just never saw it. I don't really play with it anymore as I did as when I was a child, but I really love having it here, and it's something that I'm going to have until we get our own children. Yes, then they can play with it. But yeah, it is very, very nice. This is a picture Mikkel is painting. I hope you can see who it is. Yeah, it's Ozzy. It's amazing. It's not completely done yet. Yeah, and then here is also a place with more games and books. Also in the cupboards I have a lot of books, but Mikkel also has a lot of books. Yeah. So yeah, I just love these. What is it called? I can't remember right now, but I just love them. I love having plants on them as well. Yeah. So yeah, this is our living room, and it is so much, it feels more spacious, even though it's like more cramped into each other with like this situation here, and also with like the table here. But even still, it feels like so much more like a living room and lived in space. And even though we don't have like 2 big patches of open air, it just feels so much better. Yes, it really does. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time. Bye!